theater school thing doesn't really even make sense for Sydney as a character, in my honest opinion.
I agree. I'm just like, what the fuck? Where'd that come from?
Like, it's just... But maybe it does. I guess we didn't really know her too well in the first movie where she was in high school. Maybe she was doing theater in high school.
Maybe.
But given all the attention she was receiving, negative attention in the first movie and then in the second movie, being the star of the college play... I mean, I guess I didn't go to every single college play, even though I should have. I'm a playwright, but they're pretty big productions that a lot of people do go see, especially in the community.
Yeah.
So it would just bring a lot of attention.
Definitely bring a lot of attention to her. And I don't know, maybe she like wants to have attention on her in like a different way.
But you know, like half the audience would go to that play because, hey, Sidney Prescott's Sidney Prescott's the star.
Right. The star of like whatever weird play they were doing, like some Shakespeare or older.
It was a Greek play. I've looked it up.
It's Greek play. Yeah.
I want to say it's not Medea because there aren't kids. Maybe it's Antigone. I don't know. One of those,
like that. Some woman is the focal point of it.
One of those Greek tragedies.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, welcome back to Real Horror Show. We're actually filming on time this week.
Yeah.
And we've actually watched the majority of episodes we've said we were going to watch of the originals.
Definitely. And it's actually picking back up. I did say it was starting off boring, but now it's getting like a little more interesting.
I agree. I like this season so much more than 3. 3 was such a drag.
Yeah, what even happened in 3? I forgot already.
I don't know. The Mikelsons went to sleep for a few months.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 5 years, but...
Right. Because of the one guy, like, turned himself into an original, and they had to, like, kill him.
Yeah, mega original.
Like
So, we're in season 4. I'm 8 episodes in. She's 7 episodes in, so I'll try not to spoil 8 because 8 has a fun cameo.
Oh, great.
Yeah, one you'll really enjoy.
Excellent.
But no, I really like the villain of this first half of the season. I kind of hope it's the villain throughout, but knowing how old network shows were, there's going to be an even badder villain.
Yes.
Second half. But I think the Halloween's a really cool idea.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a weird kid thing, but now that the kids are like better, now it's like more focused on actually like this demon that's like, I don't know, just getting in everybody's head and like possessing people. So that's cool. But that's cool.
I like him a lot. It's a fun little, it's actually making the witches a prominent thing in the show for the first time.
Yeah, like, that's pretty cool.
Not just we need a witch to do this and this and this.
Yeah. We need to buy things from the witch.
It's making like the witchcraft thing actually means something, and it's kind of tying in like the creepiness of New Orleans and why some things like the Axeman happened in the past. It was this thing trying to get victims and collect souls or whatever the fuck it wants.
Right. Yeah, that was actually surprised that they'd mentioned that, and I was like, oh hey, cool, that's like real shit. They just brought up like real lore, so that's cool how they're tying it in, because it is a very spooky place, New Orleans. Yeah,
it's a very awesome place, super ingrained with like the occult and witchcraft. Would love to visit, but it's a 17-hour drive, and
oh my god, a drive. It's a big one. I know.
Hey, I'm from the Midwest, so
I will just drive.
Driving is part of our culture.
Right. Yeah.
Why would I fly when I could just drive for 7 hours?
For a few days. I'd rather drive for a few days than fly for a few hours. But like seriously, you have your own car with you. So
that's really like part of the appeal of it for me.
I would agree. I was like, well, the better thing about that is I have my car, so I can just like freely transport myself from place to place.
Yeah, because that was an issue when I was in Kentucky for my play production. Was my hotel happened to be in the middle of nowhere practically. So when I realized I forgot contact solution, I had to wait until the next morning and have the director of the play drive me to a Walgreens. So that was annoying. But if I had driven, I could have just gone the night before.
Right.
And then there was another hotel I kind of wish they had put me in, even though it was a cheaper hotel, a Comfort Inn. But the Comfort Inn was right next to a Waffle House and a Regal Cinemas. So I would have had so much to do that week.
Right, exactly. Go to the movies and get food. Yes.
Let's see. So back to the originals. Hayley's accent this season.
Yeah, it's like really wavering back and forth a lot. So I'm just like, why?
Like it's never been this noticeable to me.
Really? I thought it was more noticeable in like season 1.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with her. And Hayley has always kind of had this way of speaking where she's like on the verge of tears all the fucking time.
Yeah, she does have this weird tone of voice. And it's probably her trying to suppress the accent, so she just sounds strange.
Yeah. She has her head tilt that she always does.
Oh, yeah, because her hair, it's because her hair's like parted in a weird way. So she's like, it's very weird. Yeah, and her head's always tilted and she's always sad.
Noticed it a lot more this season, and I wonder if, we're 4 seasons into this and we're tired of it. So I wonder if she's also just kind of phoning it in.
Right. Yeah. Also, like, but it also makes you think, like, after like this many years of like practicing doing that, like it should get easier instead of something that's like unless it's too difficult for her to like try to do that. I don't know what that is like.
And it's also possible between seasons she had another acting job where she wasn't having to suppress her accent, so she just kind of fell out of the practice.
Well, what if she was actually doing something at the same time as this and she's going like back and forth? So that's
very likely.
Yeah, maybe.
Like Miss Jenna Ortega, who's doing like 30 movies at the same time.
Gosh, yeah.
Poor girl's gonna burn out.
Dude, I know, but she's so cool.
She's so good.
I'm so glad that we have like more women like breaking through in horror. She's just awesome.
And it was actually announced for Miss Jenna Ortega that she's executive producing the next season of Wednesday because Tim Burton fucking sucks, and Netflix was like, okay, so this show, everything we're hearing from set is like you were the one that's saving the show, so here's your EP credit.
Wow, how cool.
Because she got into like fights with Tim Burton about how Wednesday can't carry a show if she's the like Christina Ricci version of the character. Absolutely zero expression.
Right.
Like she needs to have some moments of.
Yes.
Because she is Morticia's child, and Morticia has the same subdued monotone personality, but she is expressive. So you need to give
passion.
You need to give Wednesday that same amount of like expression, which isn't a whole lot, but it is more to work with than just the kind of one-off.
Yes. Just like flat. Not flat, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One-dimensional type of thing, but that's on purpose. But like, you can't do that for a show. A movie, yes. A show, no. Because as it goes on, and plus she had like a boyfriend, like a love interest, so she has to like be a little bit more personable. I
haven't watched Wednesday yet, but
oh my god,
I've seen the dance so many times.
Wait, we should watch that instead of Castlevania and then do Castlevania next. If you want, or you can watch it on your own quickly.
I'll think about it.
Let me know what you decide, because either way I'm fine with
I'll think about it. I'm watching a lot of shows right now because I'm cross-stitching the table numbers. I'm cutting the table runner fabric. So I have a lot of stuff I'm just doing and need to watch.
Okay. I got you. But try to move Wednesday up if you can.
I'll move Wednesday up.
I got through it very quickly because it was so good. And there's only so many episodes as well. But you'll love it.
I'm sure I will. Because I do love Jenna Ortega. I think she's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
I just hope she doesn't get burned out, because there's a rumor that she's been asked to play. I guess Netflix is doing a fucking Beetlejuice series too.
Oh, is she gonna be freaking what's her face?
They're saying that she's gonna be Lydia's daughter, Winona Ryder's daughter.
Oh, okay.
But I hope she says no, because I think that would end up being too close to Wednesday. And
that's like really close. Yeah.
And just for her career, I'm worried that she's going to be stuck in this little goth girl corner and people just want her to be Wednesday Addams all the time, like they did with Christina Ricci.
Yep.
And it's like, no, let her not be a creepy girl.
Yeah, let her like flex and do other stuff and then come back to horror when she wants to. Mm-hmm. Because she can do it all. If she can do horror and then maybe do, well, You is a little bit different from horror, but she can kind of do things differently. Mm-hmm. Okay, do it all. So let's let her do it all because she can.
Yeah. Any other major developments in this season of the originals? Hope is actually a person now. She's
talking. She's like 8,
7 or 8, 7. But the actress is probably like 8 or 9.
Yeah, a ginger.
But I think she's super cute. Yeah, and I like that she's actually mobile and talking, and she's not just kind of a baby we forget about.
Yeah, baby goo goo gaga. Now she says stuff and does stuff.
Yeah, she's actually a character, because I feel like for the first 3 seasons she was a baby, so they would put her in a crib and go do something else, but now she's able to make her own decisions, and she's a witch, which I think is interesting.
It's very cool. Yeah, so she's very powerful, and she likes Klause because they both do art and paint, so that's fun. Yeah.
And I do need to talk about the first episode of the season, because they had a big budget for this one episode only, and they used all of that money. We got an actual wolf transformation for Hayley.
Oh, yeah.
And then she untransformed and was just naked and was like, all right, let's keep fighting.
Oh, yeah. So that was where the money went? Just that? Yeah. Oh.
Was the wolf CGI, because I've picked up that they don't show a lot of the werewolf stuff. They just talk about how they're werewolves.
I almost forgot she was a werewolf until like that happened. I was like, oh shit, she can do that? Like turn into a wolf? Cool.
Yeah, I think Freya developed some ring or something, because Freya gives it to her girlfriend later on in this season. Yeah. To control her wolf abilities.
Yeah, is that like her girlfriend now?
Yes. Yes. Oh. Maybe that happened in 8. Sorry, spoiler.
Did they get together? I mean, they were like doing. Well, she like kept mentioning her like as if it's her friend, but I think that's kind of strange, because when they kidnapped her, I think this chick has like Stockholm syndrome now.
Yeah,
and likes her for all the wrong reasons. I'm finding this a very interesting relationship, but I didn't know that Frey was like gay. But
yeah, neither did I. No, I think at the end of 8 they finally kiss.
Oh, that's nice. But she definitely has Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, probably. But I mean, Frey is pretty, so
Frey is so pretty. And like they're all super rich and they have a home and she could do magic. Mm-hmm. What's not to like? Yeah, and she has like all these cute outfits, and they did a party, and
which I think I would have liked a little more character development for Freya in regards to her lesbianism, because she was born in 1300.
Yeah,
and has been asleep since 1300.
Yes,
and she's just like not struggling with being gay at all. But I guess it's not that kind of show.
Yeah, and also she's lucky that this other woman just also so happened to be gay, so that's nice. How that works.
I would have liked maybe a little. She's like, I like her, but I don't know why I like her.
Yeah, it's like okay? I like her in a different way than I would like my family, or like, because she doesn't have any friends, so I don't know how she can tell the difference between like loving your family member and having a girlfriend, and then having like a significant other who's a woman, because you're gay. But yeah, I guess it makes sense, because she's kind of like, I don't know. Maybe it's the way that she like dresses or presents herself and has short hair. Is the only one with short hair. So like maybe they're like, oh well, she's been gay this whole time, guys. She's got short hair. But that's pretty cool. I'm glad that she has like a little bit of a life right now, other than just like doing spells every day.
Yeah. Because again, she's a witch, so her sole purpose in the series is
let's be real. Her sole purpose in the show is to just like do the spells, and if not, then like go away.
Yeah. So it's nice that she's actually getting a love interest, and even if there's very little character development with that love interest, they just were friends, but clearly like they had flirty eyes going on.
Yeah, they did. They have been a lot. And the girl like left and came back to her, and I was like, oh, she definitely likes her a lot. Like she like there's definitely a thing. But also as people that watch the originals and are original scholars, we know that if anybody has a girlfriend or a boyfriend, Klause will just kill them because he has to be everyone's girlfriend and boyfriend.
Yeah.
Which is very bizarre.
Yeah, she's probably gonna die. It's fine.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if Klause will be the one, but like it's just like that.
And it's this type of show in the year 2013 or whenever this season came out,
right?
Where CW shows are particularly notorious for burying their gays. Like, I think we had one lesbian couple throughout the Vampire Diaries, and they died in a car crash an episode after they were introduced.
Really? I don't even remember. But like, dang, that goes to show they weren't even around.
Yeah, so I have very little faith that this relationship is going to last, even though I do think it's nice. It is nice that Freya is actually getting to have something.
Yeah, do you think Freya will die then because she's gay?
I think
or
Keeley, Keeley, is that her name? The wolf girl they kidnapped, who's now her love interest. I think she's more likely to die. She's more expendable.
Yeah. I'm thinking about the Vampire Diaries, and I just remembered that Caroline's father was gay. But like he was in like one episode, and I guess he died because he was like a crazy Jesus freak too, which is like doesn't work.
He died and he was like trying to use homosexuality as some parallel to vampirism. It was weird. It was a choice.
Super weird. Yeah. But anyway, that didn't even count, honestly.
Yeah. The 2010s were a weird time.
Super weird, dude.
Where we started getting queer representation in movies and TVs, but it wasn't very good representation.
It wasn't like really how it is. At all. It was straight people playing gay people.
But I think they're going to keep Freya around through the end of the series. I'll be shocked if she dies, because I think Freya exists because the Mikelsons need a pretty blonde sister, and
Rebecca's like keeps going away and doing whatever.
The actress is clearly, the actress who plays Rebecca is clearly not interested in doing the entire show.
Right. She must like try to like really book gigs elsewhere. Like, hey guys, like I'll do an episode, but like I gotta like go do this movie.
Yeah. So I think Freya more or less serves as a Rebecca stand-in.
Yeah, I agree. And also she's gotta do the spells. So
they need someone to do spells.
Yeah, because she killed Davina, who was doing spells. And so now she's got to do spells.
Yeah.
And be blonde, because there really isn't any other blonde women. Right? Like
Cammy's dead.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about Cammy. See? Jeez. That sucks.
Yeah. But that's all I have to say about these first few episodes of the originals. It's picking back up after a very boring season 3.
Oh yeah, it was.
So I hope they keep a good momentum.
Me too, because like trying to get through these episodes, man, there's so many of them, and we have one more season to go after this. Like, please, let's go. Right, one more season.
One more season.
Okay, fabulous.
And then Legacy.
And then the Legacies, which maybe it'll take a different tone and might be just the breath of fresh air we need a little bit.
I think it'll be a different tone. We'll be back in Mystic Falls, and it's going to be in a boarding school setting. So it'll be a different tone. I hope.
Oh yeah. But remember you said that guy was like a creep.
Oh yeah, Alaric.
Yeah.
The actor is a creep and supports Trump, but I still like Alaric as a character.
Me too, but sometimes he like is a little creepy.
I mean, it is creepy that he was so gung-ho on marrying Caroline.
Oh yeah.
But
but cool. It'll be nice to see him again, because it'll be a familiar face. We'll see Hope growing up a little bit.
Yeah.
Is it the same actress, or is it a different?
Probably not.
Girl, okay. Because this actress has super ginger carrot top hair, and I noticed that the other girl has brown hair. So like, I don't know, you can't like put that one past me.
Yeah, probably not. It's probably going to be a time jump.
God damn it. Well, that's fine. Just get a redheaded actress, man. Whatever. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure she's a brunette, but anyway, I could be wrong, but I just remember what I saw on like the Netflix, like the still image of that show. We'll see. Okay, well, 1.5 seasons to go, my friends. And by then, aren't they going to be taking off the originals from Netflix?
Yep.
Okay. Do you remember when they're taking it off?
I think next August or something. It was a year from when they originally took it off, but somehow managed to keep it on there.
Amazing. It's almost like they knew we needed to finish it.
Yeah, and I'm grateful for that. So anyway, time to pick our movie. It's gonna be it's finally gonna be Terrifier 2. We're gonna get around to it.
Yes, we are, especially since doing the first one.
Yeah, it's for rent on almost all platforms, or if you get a Screenbox subscription on Amazon Prime, it's free. So it is available on many different platforms for like $3 to rent.
Definitely. Yeah.
So I think I'll like Terrifier 2 more than Terrifier 1 because from what I've seen, there is more of a story.
Yeah, I'm really psyched to see the female actresses and stuff.
Yeah, the final girl.
Yes.
But
Lauren Lavera.
Resurrected by a sinister entity, Art the Clown returns to Miles County to terrorize a teenage girl and her younger brother on Halloween night. So I hope that, slightly bigger budget, we get a better story and more locations because we were just in that dingy building and alleyway for so long in the first movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was just such a dingy area that all looked the same, yet they were moving to different places. I just hope there's a little more substance story-wise.
Yeah.
But it does have an 85% on Rotten Tomato from both the critics and the audience. So here's hoping.
Yeah. I think it'll be good. I'm excited. I liked, for the most part, the first one. So
yeah. No, the first one was fun. I get why it's a cult classic. So
yeah, definitely.
Just I like a little more story.
Me too. Yeah, just a little bit more, especially if we're doing a second one. It's time to rein it in and just get a little bit deeper with what is going on around here with this clown.
Yeah.
And why he got resurrected.
Yeah, so if we get a little bit of that, kind of bringing it more into classic slasher territory rather than this one-off
just like murderous guy.
Yeah.
Like a costume guy.
Yeah, because that's also how you build up a franchise, is you dive in more with the story.
Well, I heard that there's definitely going to be a Terrifier 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude. So we have to watch it, get through that, because we're going to prepare ourselves for whenever Terrifier 3 is going to go into production. So that's super cool. Heck so yeah, it worked. The cult classicness worked, and it's become a franchise now. So that's awesome.
Ooh. This just in from Fangoria. Jenna Ortega says prom night is the proper way to do a slasher.
Yeah.
Ooh, I hope we get a proper prom night.
Dude,
with Jenna Ortega.
I've never seen the original.
I watched the remake with Brittany Snow and it was pretty bad.
Oh, wait a minute.
The original stars Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, I may have seen the new one with Brittany Snow too. However, I could be mistaking that for... No, I definitely saw the remake. Yeah. Yes, I did. Yeah, with the creepy guy that like kidnaps her or whatever. Yeah, okay, I've seen it. 2008.
Yeah.
I've not seen the original with Jamie Lee Curtis.
I started the original, but I started it way too late, so I didn't finish it. But I think it's on Shudder, so maybe I'll get around to it. But knowing Jenna Ortega's a fan, let's get a proper remake, not some...
Ooh, yeah.
Like, I don't want to disparage PG-13 horror movies as much as I have in the past, because I think they've gotten better.
Yeah.
In recent years, like The Invitation was PG-13, and I thought that was very good. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, PG-13, very good. My problem with it is like with the Prom Night remake and Stay Alive, movies from that 2005 to 2008 era, where they clearly wanted it to be R-rated,
Yes.
But then the studio was like, let's cut down on the violence. And without the good violence and the good scares, you really pick up on how bad the story is.
Yes, you do. And like this remake of Prom Night like has like fucking 0 stars and shit.
So if you're gonna do a PG-13 horror, plan for it to be PG-13 and focus on your story, focus on the atmosphere, things that you can really elevate with the absence of excessive violence and sex.
I mean, and also I think we need to like get over it and just like make stuff rated R. Like, I do not give a fuck about, like, if you're a kid and you want to see rated R, sneak in or like wait a while, or it'll be streaming in 2 seconds. So it's not even a problem. It's literally, it's not a big deal anymore with the ratings to like bar younger people from seeing it when you have streaming platforms. Unless you have, you know what I mean? Unless, I guess, if you have like,
no, that's a really good point with streaming networks and how that affects the rating system.
Yeah.
Because really the rating system exists to help parents decide what movies to take their children to in theaters.
Right.
And keep, underage kids out of R-rated movies, which I think they should be. Like, why the fuck was there an 8-year-old at my Scream 6 screening last night?
That's
I
like
don't want them there. Like,
yeah, let's bring the toddler to the fucking rated R horror. Like, that's like a different breed of people that like think it's okay to do shit like that, which is extremely irritating. That's when like people bring their infant newborn to the haunted hayride that I worked at. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
And like, it's not even for the kid. Like, I'm sure the kid wants to see the movie, but I think it's more for the parents, right? They're like, oh, we're the cool parents that take our kids to see R-rated movies. But here I am, the childless 29, almost 30-year-old. Like, I don't give a fuck. There's a child here, and I just want to enjoy the movie because kids these days had a 2-year period of their lives where they weren't interacting with humans, so they don't know how to behave in these settings.
Yes, exactly. And you don't want to watch the movie. And what if they do get scared? What if they like cry or something, and that's going to disturb everybody. Like we don't want that.
We went to see Titanic in theater, and the people behind us were not children. They were like teenagers.
Yeah.
Who talked through most of the movie. And when they finally got shushed at the end, they started just shushing each other. And it's like,
oh my God, that's fucked up because like Titanic is so great. Like you don't have like that many opportunities to see it in theaters. Like shit.
Like, I'm going to go see the Mario movie when it comes out. I fully expect there to be kids, and that's fine. That is a movie where I'm expecting children. And in fact, the children's enjoyment is probably going to elevate my own childhood wonderment of the Mario movie.
They're supposed to be there. They're supposed to be there.
It's like, I'm not one of those psychopathic adults who are like, why the fuck are there children at Disneyland? But like, an R-rated movie in the theater is an adult-only space. I don't know how we got on this, but I think it's important to say.
And I totally agree. And we were talking about how like, but if there's like the streaming platform, like I guess unless you have like a parental block on like the kid's profile, like can't the kid just like pick a different profile and watch it when you're like at work or something? You know what I mean? Like it's different now, and they're gonna watch the movies. They're gonna watch it on their phone because they got a phone.
And I think there is a place for PG-13 horror movies, like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Those were like middle grade to early high school novels. So it shouldn't be an R-rated movie because that's not its target demographic.
Right.
And I thought the movie was really good. And in fact, there were some deaths that were actually pretty horrifying to watch with the absence of blood. Like the kid who was turned into a scarecrow and he's vomiting up straw. It's like, oh my God, that's disgusting.
Jesus.
Like that's more horrifying than if he was vomiting blood.
Yeah, that's really horrifying. God.
Because his innards are turning into a fucking scarecrow from the inside out.
I know. Jeez, I don't want to hear anymore. Please stop.
So like a parent takes their 12-year-old to see that, and that 12-year-old's probably scared of scarecrows now. But
they're gonna be scared that they might turn into a scarecrow.
But yeah, no, you're right. With the advent of streaming, there really is nothing stopping kids from watching like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I remember when I rented the 2003 remake from the video store, they had to call my mom to make sure it was okay.
Oh, wow. But we don't have to do that anymore. We don't have to go to the store. It's just on the TV, smart TV. or the computer.
Yeah, that's a very intriguing point you've brought up about
and
media.
To that end, the main point was stop like
watering down horror movies.
Yes.
Try and appeal to a broader audience, because the broader audience. Because that's why they do the PG-13, is to get more people in the seats. But with the advent of streaming, you're right, it doesn't really fucking matter anymore.
Yeah, at least like getting like 5 people in seats is like a feat today. So like, don't worry about it. Like
I mean, it does matter, because if parents are paying attention, like they'll make the decision. If they don't care, like my mom often didn't really care. Like I probably should not have watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre when I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
Like but thinking back to how scarred I was after that movie, how traumatized.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like no, I probably shouldn't have watched it.
Yeah. But you know what? At the same time, when I watched Poltergeist on television, it was just on the TV, dude.
You had commercials.
Yeah, but like it's just on the TV and it's scary, and there's no moderation at all because it's just on your television. It wasn't like it was like special HBO. It was just on whatever channel it was when I was 8 years old. You know what I mean? So like it's like the same, but like twice as much, because you can stream anything, get it for free, like do whatever you want, as long as you have the internet connection.
I'm just gonna say there's a new Evil Dead movie coming out in April, I think.
What do you think about that?
I think it looks good, but I also think they're giving away too many of the scaries in the trailers.
You know what? I've noticed that is becoming like a trend lately.
Like the trailers are horrifying, but it's like, is that all it's gonna be? You're just showing me everything?
Yeah.
Like you don't need to show all this scary shit to get people to go see an Evil Dead movie. You could just show
Evil Dead.
You could just show a happy scene of a family in a cabin, like completely happy, completely normal, and then end the trailer with Evil Dead Rise, and everybody's gonna be like, oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, like these people who are fans of the Evil Dead are still alive. So
horror fans are gonna know what's gonna happen in an Evil Dead, even if you don't show anything scary in the trailers, and set it up like what the original Evil Dead was: a bunch of friends going to a cabin and then their lives fall apart.
Is this Evil Dead supposed to be, is it like a sequel to the remake, or is it like
I think it's a prequel. Whether it's a prequel to the remake, I'm not 100% sure.
Ooh, okay, cool. Yeah.
But it's Evil Dead Rise, so it's like the first family, quote unquote, that was affected by the book.
Do you think that like Bruce Campbell will do like a cameo again, like he just randomly does?
Maybe. It's possible. Did he do one for the remake?
The remake, at the very, very end, after all the credits, there is a cameo by him and his Delta where he says like Ruby.
Yeah, I could, if he wanted to do a cameo, I'm sure they would have had him do a cameo.
Yeah, for sure.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
But I think that's all I have for this week.
Okay, yeah, me too, guys.
Good discussion about movie ratings.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was very interesting. So let's keep that on our forefront of our minds as we move forward with watching these movies, streaming, and like, you know, these new horror movies coming out. Like there's like 10 horror movies come out a day. I always say that I'm getting overwhelmed. So like, yeah, let's keep an eye on like what their ratings are, what they decide to do. Finish watching the originals, watch Terrifier 2, call it a week.
There were also children at my screening of Cocaine Bear, which...
You saw Cocaine Bear?
I saw Cocaine Bear.
Oh, was that good?
It was fun. It was I would call it a horror comedy.
I get sad when I think about like animals doing anything other than animals should do. Well, damn humans and their damn drugs.
The bear does survive, and she has a great time.
Oh.
No, it's a she, and it's a mama bear.
Okay. That's good.
It was fun. It was super gory and fun. Wow. But there were also children there, and which I thought was funny because I had just been reading a Twitter thread about how Cocaine Bear is going to damage our children, and all the responses were, yes, the family-friendly movie of the year, Cocaine Bear.
Okay, literally, and then title, cocaine.
Opening night, there are 2 fucking little girls in the back row. It's like,
good God. Come on, people. We have to do better.
You guys are the fake parents conservatives are reactioning to.
If the kids want to watch Cocaine Bear, they will on their own time.
Yeah.
Like, don't drag them in there and be like, I'm cool. Like, no, you're not. The reason why Sam is at the Cocaine Bear screening is because we're in this horror franchise together. She's got to see all the movies.
The reason I go to late screenings is to avoid humans.
And avoid the kids.
Yeah.
They should be in bed. I don't even care what day it is. Yeah. Weekend or no weekend.
Oh yeah, because it was like a 7:30 showing, so they would have been up past their bedtime on a school night.
Yeah, on a school night. They go to bed at like 8:30, these kids.
Yeah.
That's when I try to go to bed.
Anyway, I'm gonna get off my soapbox and stop shaking my fists at the youth.
Yeah, goddamn them. But anyway, yep, let's go ahead and finish up the original season 4, hopefully, and definitely tune into Terrifier 2 if you want to stream it. If you haven't, why not? Let's go for it. And we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys. Well, we will talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And there's a creepy dog that always follows